Hey guys, Stellar here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and today's video is just going to be a continuation of my story. But before I get into the story, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I will be going back to the original name of Salted Tea. I was Twisted Lemon for a joke, but I'm going back to Salted Tea, so keep an eye out for that change. Don't be alarmed because, yes, I'm making a change yet again. Promised last time. All right, so let's get on into this. So as I said in my last video, the group formerly known as the Sassy Sisters had finally met its end, and this time it was over, kaput. No question about it. We're done. However, just being me, Sally, Dee, and myself got together to try to talk things out. But remember, at this point, Sadie was done, and she wanted absolutely no part in talks or trying to bring the group back together as a whole. Our meeting, if you will, went well. There was no yelling or screaming. There were a few apologies here and there, and that was about it. There were no talks of trying to bring the group back together because we all knew it was done, and it definitely would not ever be the same for any of us. It was during that meeting that Dee asked if we would keep all of this between us. Sally, just being me, and myself, we all agreed to keep it private. As for Sadie, she never made any type of agreement, but she had no intentions of ever discussing any of this publicly or to anyone. There was no need because she was done. Period. End of story. Now, as for myself, I found it very ironic that when it came to the Kaylee situation, Dee was chomping at the bit to have it all out there, to have her say, but when it came to the Sadie situation, Mom was the word. Of course, I knew exactly why she didn't want any of this to go public, but I couldn't help to kind of think like, wow, really? Because I remembered how she told me that I only wanted to keep the Kaylee situation quiet so I wouldn't look bad, and that all I cared about was making myself look good. I tell you, the hypocrisy. But anyhow, I agreed to keeping everything private, but it was out of respect for Sadie. You know, that day I also made a vow to myself that I would no longer be talked to in such a manner by Dee, nor would I continue to defend her. You see, throughout this whole quote-unquote friendship, I had taken to defending her so many times. It seemed like I was always trying to excuse her behavior to those who she would be so quick to block, especially many of you who supported me. I was always making excuses for things that she said that people took the wrong way. You know, that quote-unquote language barrier excuse. And if you guys remember, I even went to defending Dee against allegations that had been made by the drama queen's pretend girlfriend. I also told myself that I would no longer coddle Dee. Oh my God, the amount of coddling we did was flippin' ridiculous. So no longer would I try to comfort her if she received or read hurtful comments as I had done before. It seems like that's all we were doing. We were just always trying to lift her back up because the comments she was getting, things people were saying towards her, and I just said no more. I won't be doing that anymore. And lastly, if another argument was to happen amongst us, I'd be done with Dee for good. After I had seen how things played out with Dee getting the strikes, and I saw how truly emotionally affected Dee was getting by the drama queen, I also needed to make some changes there as well. So I let it be known that I did not want to be a part of any stream that had to do with the drama queen. By that point, I felt things had been getting far too emotional when it came to her, and I just wanted to get back to having fun. I didn't want to be so invested. I didn't want to see people getting so emotional when it came to the drama queen. It was really hard for me to sit there and watch the drama queen continuously play these stupid games with my friends, and it was even harder for me to sit by and watch as she belittled them. So I told them if they chose to do a stream on the drama queen, that was fine, but I would step away from it. Now I'm going to read you a message that I wrote. I'm reading you my words. These are my words that I wrote, so I feel comfortable sharing them with you guys. I won't be reading any responses, but I will read the message that I wrote with my own words. These were my words, so I have the right to use them. Again, I am doing this to clarify some allegations that have been made about me. So this message here is to prove the mindset that I was at when everything was said and done. I hope you're feeling better today. Sally, I get needing a break. D, I hope you're doing all right. I know you have lots of worry right now. We all do. I understand Sadie's frustration. We all get frustrated. I am speaking for myself here, but I will not do this again with a group of ladies I call friends. With what happened with Kaylee took me to a dark place, and I swore I would never let myself go through that again. I am not taking sides. I am not trying to mend fences. I won't tell anyone they are wrong for feeling the way they do. I am just here for conversation and laughs. I've enjoyed being a part of something positive in this community, but to be quite honest, our focus has turned all about the drama queen, it seems. I mean, when I have people asking me to make videos about her because they won't go watch her BS, I don't want to be the news reporter for her BS. I want to make people laugh. I want to give them an outlet from their life's frustrations and worry, even for a few minutes. I joke about being obsessed with the drama queen, but when I went back and looked through my videos, I thought to myself, here I have given this woman my attention for almost 4 years and nothing has changed. I am done with it. Not that I won't still poke fun at her dumbass, but I am not letting her or what she does be a part of my daily life. Anyhow, just needed to get that off my chest. And that was 4:15. That was the day after the big blowout. I was done by then. I didn't want to do this again. I didn't want to go through this again. I did not want to go through the same experience, the same emotions that I had gone through in the Kaylee situation. That took me to a very, very dark place. Not only that, I couldn't emotionally. I didn't want to waste my emotions, my energy on this because I was dealing with my own loss at that time. So I made it quite clear that I didn't want to continue doing what we were doing. It wasn't working for me anymore. No longer was I going to be letting the drama queen and all her drama just be the focus. I didn't want that. And it was quite clear that Dee was still very emotional when it came to her. And I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, as I said in my message, I joke about being obsessed, but at this point, Dee was just utterly obsessed. And that's all it was. The drama queen, the drama queen, the drama queen, especially after the strikes. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I just couldn't. Yes, I still poked fun at her, but look, when it comes to the drama queen, I have never let myself get emotionally involved. I laugh everything off. I think it's a joke. But I was done. And I told myself that if Dee continued to provoke the drama queen after receiving those strikes, she had what was coming to her, and that I would not be there for the next go-round between she and the drama queen. So yes, this time was very, very different from the last situation with the group. I set boundaries for myself, and there was also nothing that was going to break up my friendship with Sadie, Just Be Me, or Sally. Nothing. So the four of us decided to try to keep moving forward, but there was no more sassy sisters, so how were we going to be able to explain things this time around? There was no way we could do a stream and Sadie not be a part, because people would definitely know something was up yet again, like they did the last time. So how is this going to work? Was it going to work? I think we all knew that it would only be a matter of time before the cat was let out of the bag, if you will. But Until then, we all vowed to keep quiet, and we did. But as we have learned, that did not go as planned. Anyhow, that's all I have for you guys right now. Stay tuned, more to come. But until then, remember each and every one of you are awesome. Now go out there and make it a stellar day.